Throw the switches.
10,000 microwatts of knowledge.
Let's get down to business.
Obsessed with more nude celebrities than TMZ.
Damn it! I'm not going to see this man dangle for your delight.
You're listening to The Director's Cut.
The nation's #1 show about
The movies.
Good movies. Nothing more and nothing, well, maybe less.
Creating the idiot, one village at a time. The Director's Cut.
Better than listening to dead air.
You're listening to The Director's Cut.
Yeah, you're listening to the Director's Cut radio program. My name is Dan, and in the studio, it's me by myself alone, sad. No, I got Steve here. I also got baby cats. But on the phone, we have the lovely, talented, beautiful, my partner in crime in life, the lovely Harley Quinn 505, Steph Sugar. How are you, sweetheart?
Hello. It sounds a bit choppy.
Why does it? Oh, is it the phone?
I don't know. Wiring issue? Is it me?
It might be a wire. No, you sound great. Everything sounds great on this side, but I was having the same issue the other night. It was like perfect. We were trying to do a stream with you and Magnia from Suicide Girls. I log in. Everything,
and on the phone we have.
Oh yeah, we have Chris Maloney. Sorry, Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi there.
Hi, you're beautiful.
Hi. It's the first segment. Welcome to the show, Dan. And he's just like, wow, the other day I just lost it. It's like, hi.
Hi. Well, that's true. It happened. All right. Well, we were trying to stream with Magnia and Steph, and I had everything working on my end, and Steph's like, I can't see you. We can't see you.
And he's like, but I can see you.
I can see you. I can see me. I can see everything is streaming perfectly. And then it's not working. And then we press stream and then we look and it's still not working. There's nothing going on. It's insane. There you go. That's our week. So how have your week been? How's your weekend? Why aren't you here?
Hey, I am not there.
I see
because I'm doing a little work trip and doing it's just nonstop shoots and stuff. So we did some Suicide Girl stuff, and there's, Magnia Suicide usually pops in on our stream and says hi, but this was my first time meeting her in person after we've been streaming since like June or July. I think July. We've been streaming online on Suicide Girls as like work buddies, and she's usually live when I go live, and so we became buds over this pandemic of virtualness, and then we have a lot of shared fans that really enjoy both of us, so we were just like, well, I think we need to meet and do some content. And so I flew into Ontario Airport, which I was very, very happy and surprised with how like small and very less busy than like flying into like LAX or something. And there I go talking about airports. Yeah, but that's what we were saying last night, is that I think LAX is like the Walmart of airports.
LAX is the Walmart of airports.
I always try to avoid it if I can.
Yeah, or it's like that really bad gas station off Central and San Mateo or something. So flew into Ontario Airport and then just been kind of bouncing around LA and kind of just looking at how they're functioning with things like slowly reopening, and certain areas they have outdoor dining. Huntington Beach, it's just like, it looks like a normal day. Like everyone's outside and
great
wearing masks and stuff. But I mean, the restaurants look like they're still functioning. And I guess I did a random adventure to downtown Disney last night because I was like, well, if I'm in the area, I should see, right? But then I got to my friend Rachel's house last night, and she was like, I think they just opened Friday. And I was like, I had no idea. I thought downtown Disney has been functioning. It was just, the typical, just food is to go, and the shops are like one or two people at a time. And she was like, no, it just now opened, because she's going to try to go next week. So I did a whole vlog style recording video. Just by chance, I was like, you know what, I should do this, just because I've been watching how other people are vlogging Disney World.
Yeah.
So I went in and I was like, well, what are we waiting for? Okay, let's go. And then, yeah, I can talk about that a little bit later in the show. But I'm very excited to talk about how what we're excited for when it comes to waiting in lines for things. But yeah, that's what I'm doing out here, and I'm just kind of hopping around. And I have one more day of shoots. Like today, I'm getting like the brunch and the trying to relax treatment. But the energy in this house that I'm staying at is like having 3 of me.
Yeah.
And
you were saying this to me earlier.
I say that in the sense of this this girl that I'm with, her name is Faces by Rachie on Instagram. Her name is Rachie, and she's a cosplayer that I have met through 2 Comic-Cons now, Long Beach Comic-Con and LA Comic-Con of last year, or 2019. Mm-hmm. And we've just always kind of been in our DMs and chatty, and through the pandemic, we've just been, there for each other and talking and stuff. And so it's just cool to be able to hang out with her, like actually not at a Comic-Con and in work mode and constantly getting photos with someone every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So her house is full of cosplay piles, and it makes me feel like I'm at home. But that also means that every 2 seconds, it's like, oh my gosh, look at this, and look at this, and so distracted, and like we got to dress up as all the things. So we're kind of overwhelmed with what we're gonna do. But I think because we look very similar when we're dressed as Harley Quinn, we're gonna do Harley Quinn twins content tomorrow, because we have all the Harley fans. So we're gonna do that, and then see how it goes with our little wine adventures today, because her mom insists that we're just twins, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much you guys have in common, so we're just gonna have to do this and celebrate it because you guys are just so cute. So I'm getting the mom treatment, which is nice because why not?
Mama bear striking.
But I think
hard.
If you were here, Dan,
yeah,
it would be, I don't know if it would be 10 times louder or if it would be you like in the corner scared and just watching,
cowering and in fear.
Yeah, because it's already I'm gonna get video today. I have to get video today because I just need you to experience what's happening.
I was on FaceTime with you guys last night when you first was like getting the house tour, and that was fun. It was nuts. All right.
Yeah, it got crazy. But yes, cosplay piles is life.
It's the cos playground. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. We're almost out of time in this segment, but coming up in the next segment, we got a special guest. He's a frequent listener of the show, and we've assigned it. Well, what happened was that he ordered the buttress pillow. We've been talking about this thing on the air for a while. It's a pillow shaped like a butt, and we're going to get his honest review, and we'll see whether or not it's something that you'd want to buy for yourself or a friend or whatever. All right, we'll talk to him all after this. Is that good?
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a little... Butts. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we got more from Director's Cut Radio. We are that show about movies and...
testing out butt.
Butt testing, wow.
Butt.
Dropping your average IQ since 2005.
I don't know what you're saying, but that's what's going on, yeah.
The Director's Cut. TheDirector'sCutRadio.com. 10,000 microwinds of knowledge. You're listening to The Director's Cut. Without microphones, we'd still live with our parents.
Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Can you beam me up? I'm out on the street by the corner store. You know, the one on 15th. Got a bright shirt on, so I'm easy to see. I've been down here stranded indefinitely. I can't reach my planet, but I need to leave. You should see these people. It's hard to believe how they treat each other. It's hard to conceive. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave.
You're listening listening to Director's Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we bring you the latest in Hollywood. My name is Dan, and in the studio, there's nobody. I'm by myself, and we have on the phone Steph Sugar Suicide. How are you, Steph?
Hello. Hi. How are you?
And we also have Chris Maloney on another phone.
Lonely. I'm so lonely.
I know. It's like the social distancing show to the extreme.
To the max.
To the max.
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
The music we're listening to is something that I've had stuck in my head for the entire weekend. It's called Earth is Ghetto, and it's sung by some woman named Nikki Aaliyah, or something like that. I don't know. I saw it on like Instagram scrolling by, and I liked the song, and I was like, I need to play this song. So I should just upload it on YouTube, and it's getting thousands and thousands of views. So I just dig it. So there you go. That's that. I wanted to share my find this weekend and this earworm that I've been just humming to myself with everybody this week. So there you go.
Word.
Cool. On the phone, we also have another special guest, one of our frequent watchers of the show, White Lionheart. Are you there?
Sometimes I wonder.
Maybe.
But yeah.
I wonder if I'm there.
Am I here?
You are there. We hear you. We have connected.
All right.
We have connection with aliens now.
I know, that's it. Earth is ghetto. I want to leave. We have aliens like White Lionheart now on the phone. So there you go. The reason why we have him on the phone is because he wants to do a review of something we've been kind of mentioning on the show, and he received it. Received it in the mail, and he's going to be talking about it. What is that you got?
A butt-shaped pillow.
A butt-shaped pillow. There it is.
Yeah, the buttress pillow.
The buttress pillow. So you actually got the buttress pillow, the pillow that we've been talking about on the show for a couple of weeks now.
Not once, but twice. I got both sizes just to compare.
All right. Have you tweeted Buttress and told them that you're going to be reviewing it on the radio show this week?
No, but they keep sending me emails saying, "How you like your booty?"
Yeah, you should send it. We'll send them the clip.
But it's kind of funny how I came across it too. I'm thinking that Alexa is listening to me.
So
it's a long-running joke that I got with my brother about how the dogs would come into his room, and when they lay down on his bed, they lay with their butts on his pillow. So we started calling those butt pillows. So that's why I'm thinking they're listening in on us and whatnot. So, yeah, and then Facebook is the one that popped up at the ad. I'm like, what is this?
But how did you end up with two of them? Or were you just wanting all sizes?
Okay, I started off with this. I went looking through the reviews and all that, and I noticed some of them said the smaller one was better to sleep on and all that. I said, okay, it's also cheaper, so I went ahead and got that one. It was also their original size. So I ordered that, and then I decided since they had special covers for it, I tried to order another cover for it, and what happened was they sent me the wrong size. They sent me the size for the bigger one, and I'm just sitting there thinking, it's like, do I even bother contacting them about this, or what should I do? And I just said, you know what? Let's just order the bigger one.
Okay. So
I went ahead, ordered that one, and two different reactions. The first one, I just couldn't help but just giggle the entire time reading everything that they put in the take care notes and all that. I'm just I'm giggling at it like a schoolgirl. But
are there any notes that you saw that you wanted to mention that really got your attention?
Oh, let me go ahead and grab that. Because it really, the take care notes, it sounds funny. Hold on, let me put the phone down real quick.
He's going to go get his notes right now for the buttress pillow. So you don't have
very important care notes.
Yeah. You got to take care of that butt.
Well, and what I thought was funny was that there's two different sizes, and they, it's like, of course you want to try them when there's multiple sizes. So it's almost like they know that the more versions of butts they come out with, it could really just keep growing into a
Gotta
bigger
have
business.
them all, huh?
Yeah. Catch an ass.
But
and I thought the pillowcase was funny because the pillowcase has a picture of a butt on it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a butt pillowcase for a butt. And it's buttception at that point.
It was a small butt. It was like a little, it was on one cheek only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty funny. Butts
Oh,
on butts.
They had several different kinds. There was one that looked like a nightscape one. Of course, the ones she just mentioned, but they're mostly just like yoga pants and all that. And
How does it feel compared to a real butt? Or do you know what touching a real butt is like?
Yeah, I don't think White Lionheart. I don't think White Lionheart touches his own
hold on,
butt.
let me compare with my own. Okay?
All right, all right, here we go.
I'm like, can you touch your butt right now?
We got to make sure you have a butt to touch it, all right?
Yes, I
He's
have
like, hold on, let me go to the neighbors.
Go find a friend. Phone a friend.
Go find a friend.
Phone a friend. Use your lifeline.
Grab an ass.
Do it over the phone.
All right. How does it work? How does
it feel? It's nice, but I still prefer the real thing.
It's nice, but is it okay? I want you to.
See, that's why I was thinking if you're gonna have
it's soft, it's firm.
It needs weight.
Oh, it's about 6 pounds. The big one.
It's what?
The big one is 6 pounds.
6 pounds.
Yes, 6 pounds. The big one.
Okay, how big is it?
It's bigger than mine.
How big?
Texas size.
Yeah, how big is that?
Okay. To give a size comparison, the big one, whereas they literally tell the underwear size you can put on it, extra large.
Okay.
The smaller one is a size medium.
Okay, is this Walmart extra large or is this like?
Oh, you know what these are for.
I'm just kidding.
You know what these are for.
I don't know. I haven't checked that. I mean, it's just it's funny how they put it, but yeah, it's nice and big.
All right, can you?
This all started. This all started because because you were talking about a dog laying on pillows with its butt. That's it. And the internet's listening to you. I think so. That's exactly why stuff gets advertised to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's hear
Is there a scratch and sniff version?
Is there a scratch and sniff version? Is that what you said?
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, but I could probably send them a suggestion on that.
There you go. Scented butt pads.
Yeah, they're gonna sell scent packs. They should. They're gonna sell little scents.
All right. I want to do an experiment right now. All right, White Lionheart, can you do this?
Calming lavender crack.
All right, I want you to grab one hand on one cheek of the buttress pillow and the other hand on your own cheek and give a nice firm squeeze.
No, but he only has two hands, Dan. How is he supposed to hold the phone?
You put that in his lap. You can put on speaker.
You're in your shoulder, man. Come on.
Oh my God.
Or his
doing aerobics over the phone.
Or his shirt pocket. All right, are you squeezing?
Yeah.
All right. What can you describe? Can you describe the differences that you feel between the two? And I'm gonna. All right. I got a game now. Okay. I want you to describe what is in your left hand, and Steph is going to have to decide whether it's the buttress pillow or your actual butt. So you have to describe the feeling and sensation of squeezing whatever object is either your butt or the buttress pillow that's in your left hand, and we'll see if that or you describe each one, and then we'll decide which hand has the buttress pillow, which one has the real butt. You ready to play this game?
Butt.
All right.
Right.
All right, left hand.
Here we go.
Give me a little squeeze. Give it a little squeeze and tell us about that squeeze that's in the left hand.
Okay.
All right, that's.
Uh-oh. It's cutting out.
All right, what does it sound? What does it feel like?
Like a butt.
It feels like a butt.
It's a butt.
Okay, and what about the right?
It's a butt.
What about the right hand? Squeeze that one and give us a little description on it.
Soft. Much firmer.
Okay.
Bigger.
All right. Soft, firmer, and bigger. All right, Steph, which item is in what hand? Can you figure it out?
It's a salami.
The salami? Yeah, there it is. We found the salami. We found the salami in his hand. There it was. That's what we found out.
That's all I'm going to answer it.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a sausage.
There it is. There it is. That's what we found. All right.
Well, I'm gonna say he's completely enthralled with the buttress pillow more than his own butt. So let's go with that.
Do you recommend the buttress pillow to other people?
Yeah. It's like the perfect gag gift that you could bring to like a bachelor party, whatnot. Can you actually sleep on it? Yeah.
Have you?
I've slept on it. Yeah. Both of them. I've actually had a full night's sleep on them.
Is that called a menage a trois?
Could be.
There you go.
The panty sales are going to go up.
Oh, yeah.
On the men's side, because now the men are like, oh, I need to buy size extra large and size medium for my ladies at home.
And then
size Walmart extra large.
Walmart extra large, which is size.
There's them on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just think it was funny that they, on the tips and tricks, number 7 is the one that caught me on that one.
What is it?
Okay. Number 7. Pull the legs a bit apart so when you bury your face, you have space to breathe. The buttress pillow is not responsible for any suffocation because of refusal to leave the butt. Just separate the legs and breathe easily.
That sounds like general advice. I don't even think. I think that goes with. It goes more than just the pillow.
Yeah.
I like that they're like, don't leave the butt. Just spread the legs a little bit.
Yeah, don't leave. Be there. Just make sure you breathe. Bring a snorkel.
Could you imagine? We need to make a, like, you know how like the beginnings of As Seen on TV commercials, it shows them in black and white and they're just like throwing the pasta all over the kitchen dramatically.
They're having unrealistic problems.
Unrealistic dinner problems.
Does your partner keep farting in your mouth?
I just picture the buttress pillow one where it's like some guy keeps pushing his face into the pillow and the lady's like, move the legs apart, Fred. And then he's like, oh, yeah, okay.
You must breathe.
You have to breathe.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got more from Director's Cut Radio all after this. Buttress Pillow, check it out, thebuttress.pillow.com. And if you order one, tell them that Director's Cut sent you so they can send us some, and then we'll give them away or something. That's it. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more from Director's Cut Radio all after this.
The Director's Cut.
Offensive, obnoxious, disgusting. You want me to go on?
Insulting listeners since 2005. We're just a couple of guys who like movies.
It's strange at times to work with. They're insane. But, always fun.
The Director's Cut.
It's just fun!
I'm Mike Tyson. I've been the wildest, I've been the craziest, I've been the outrageous. The vicious, the most destructive fighter ever lived. I'm Mike Tyson, an international star, a warlord to strip your heart out. And guess what? I'm Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
I'm Mike Tyson.
I'm Mikey Tyson.
I'm Mike Tyson.
You're listening to Director's Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we bring you the latest in Hollywood. My name is Dan, and in the studio is no one because it's the Social Distancing Extreme Show. On the phone, I have both Steph Sugar Suicide and Chris Maloney. How are you two?
Yo.
Yo.
Doing good.
And Steph's just hanging out over at Rachel's house this weekend, having a little Rachel party.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we learned about
What did we learn?
the buttress. We learned about the buttress pillow.
Okay.
Right? And
I don't think we learned too much. We just learned that he got a buttress pillow. He got 2 buttresses pillows.
yeah, he's tweeting them now, and
Okay.
he's telling them, hey, buttress pillow, listen to, he talked about it and stuff. So we'll have to make sure the podcast is available. But yes, I'm letting him know. Like, tell them. Just directorscutradio.com and
email him.
I'll have the podcast up by what, tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll try to do it tonight. I'm trying to finish up something, but but I'll do it. I'll do it tonight, I think. So this weekend,
I learned of a similar product this week.
What is that?
Ooh.
Speaking of buttress pillows, are you familiar with truck nuts?
Yes, I know what truck nuts are.
What the hell is? Oh, to hang off of your truck. Okay.
To make your truck
Right,
a little more
right.
masculine.
A little bit more masculine.
Yeah.
Show just how big your package is. This week I found and shared to Dan's timeline, they've got nuts, like a nuts stress ball for your desk at work. So when you're stressed out, it just hangs down off your desk. Give them a little fondle, a little squeeze. Watch the stress just melt away.
Yes.
I need it.
I showed Steph that, and she.
I need it.
Yeah, that's what she said. She's like, I need this.
I mean, it would also be good just for work purposes in general.
Work purposes
You just
for
got-
me?
yeah.
You?
For
Anyone?
me, walking down the street as a female, and I can just reach into my bag and someone's following me, and it'd be like, "You want to get close?" And I just pull out this
sack of
If it was
nuts.
realistic color, yeah, no. If it was
Use it as a
realistic
warning.
color, no, yeah, I'm just gonna swing it like those are my nunchucks. Like I'll beat you in the face with these nuts.
Nutchuck.
Because you don't want to ever tell somebody. You want to tell somebody, yeah, this chick just turned around and whacked me with a sack of nuts.
She slapped me with a couple scrotes.
Scrote sack.
Scrote.
A scrote whack.
Scrote whack.
Scrote whack.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yes.
Scrote whack.
Scrote whack.
He just taps you and runs. Or
Yeah.
what?
A little tap on the scrote.
Ouch. That would be the worst. That's
There
a
it is.
highly effective attack move.
That could be. He's short. That's all he does. Your nuts are at his eye level. Snack.
Dang.
There you go.
Dang.
All right. Is there any news this week that we want to banter about that we haven't? I know there's some news that you were excited to share with us.
Well, first off, congratulations to Sean Weiss, 1 year sober. You might know him as Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks.
We retweeted that, yeah.
And various other 90s kids movies. But he's, 1 year sober, looking good, looking clean. So good job, sir.
Heavyweights was
Good
the other
job.
movie with Ben Stiller.
Right. I was just watching something else recently with him in it that I was like, really? Okay. Are you guys as excited as I am for Justice League Snyder Cut?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I didn't see the original, so maybe it's good for me to start off by just jumping into the Snyder Cut.
Hey, there you go. Well, it got its official release date this week. March 18th is the day that you can plop in front of your TV for 4 hours and watch Zack Snyder's vision for Justice League. And HBO also wants you to pay for a $130 box meal to go along with your Justice League viewing.
What's in this box meal?
For Justice
Yeah.
Yes, it's. I guess there's different snacks based on each character. They kind of lost me on the first one, which was cod chips for Aquaman.
Okay. Fish and chips.
And then I guess there's like a big belly burger for Flash, and I didn't go much further after that because I can eat probably a lot better for a lot less than $130.
Yeah. It's like frozen food.
But hey, if you want that collector's edition mother box that it comes in, then I guess you got to shell out the cash, man.
Or instantly freeze dry it, and then you have it permanent.
Ooh, there you go.
Now you have
There was like a lacquer that we used to use in theater for like real food that you can like coat it in so it still looks real, but it's just like basically turns it into like a plastic prop.
Ah, okay. I think I remember that. They have that naturally made at McDonald's. All their food is naturally just has that.
Right? It just never spoils.
Yeah, it just sits. Perfect. Oh, great. Halder's about to vomit on me. Great.
Oh, good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's sitting here.
Just preserve you.
Move the cat. Move the cat. It's always, it's chaos even when I'm not there. Now he's got a cat barfing.
Yeah, cat barf. All right, go barf over there.
He's just, and it's only because he starts purring and he gets excited or something happens and it triggers his
gag reflex.
His gut. Yeah, something's going on because he'll just be sitting there purring and then all of a sudden he's like, oh no, can't breathe.
Time to barf.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really tough when it's the middle of the night and he's purring next to your head because he likes to sleep between the two pillows, between mine and Steph's pillow.
Oh, God.
There's like this little nook that he just sits down in between. And then he just starts purring because he's having a good night or something and then just starts gagging. And I'm like teetering on falling asleep. And then I hear, and I'm like, Gah! And I jump up and grab the cat and I run to one of the other rooms, hopefully like the kitchen or the bathroom, so he can barf on the tiles so it's easier for him to wipe up. Oh, there he goes. There he is. He's doing the techno dance, gagging.
Oh no! You have to do the music whenever the cat. We need to plan it.
The little
You're
Gross!
so terrible.
That's disgusting. Now I have a giant pile of vomit next to me. Here, dog, go eat that. Look at that.
No! Oh my God! Is this really a segment?
This is the segment now. I'm talking to the dog and cat. There's vomiting animals.
Dan doesn't need a puppet when this happens. When there's animals involved that just keep the show going, there you go.
Yeah, I'm just going to describe what's going on in the house. I'll be like, hey.
The nature show that's happening in your living room.
There's like some random leak squirting out of the wall and the ceiling. And it's just
that's my house.
Chaos.
That's my house. Right now it's full of boxes because, okay, here's the thing. This weekend, try not... I'm giving advice to all the husbands out there. All right. This is advice for all of the husbands that are listening right now. If your wife is going out of town for a little work trip and you want to surprise her, it's never going to happen. The surprise is not going to happen. All right. Here's why. No matter what you do to try to like make it seem like you're doing something else, she's going to find out and get really suspicious, and then by the end of it, the surprise is completely spoiled. And I was trying to build a brand new closet for her, like with a great closet with all these cabinets and drawers and all this. And it was a good, expensive closet, about $1,000 for everything put together. But because it's going to be done, and as a cosplayer, she needs drawers and space, especially when she's talking about Rachel's house that has a lot of stuff too. These cosplayers, if you're going to date a cosplayer, if you're going to marry a cosplayer, make sure you have storage. Advice for
if you're gonna date a cosplayer, you need to have handyman skills for organization, shelves.
Have that.
And
okay.
You don't. Yeah, you just gotta be handy.
Check.
Know
Lots
about
of cubby holes.
I would say helping with Ziploc bags and squeezing air out of bags.
I've done that. I've done it. I've sucked some bags before. What else?
Questioning things that you haven't touched in a long time. And do you need them or not? Should you sell them?
I'm not good at that. I'm still working on that one.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Right.
no. And that's
It's a work in
exactly
progress.
Yeah, and that's exactly the problem because, I mean, me and Rachel were just talking about it last night on our live, is that we can have all this stuff and I feel like we keep it because it's always going to happen where as soon as you get rid of it, it's like a week goes by and someone's like, hey, do you have that purple blah, blah, blah? And you're like, great, I just got rid of it. So I think it's one of those things that's like some, people pleasing fear that it's like we want to people please and we want to make sure that we're prepared. I don't know. It's like some survival guide thing. It's like, well, if I just have it, then I'm prepared. I don't have to worry about not having it.
Yeah. That makes
Better
sense.
to have it and not need it.
It's a Boy Scout thing.
That's
Be
how
prepared.
You can justify your hoarding by saying you're prepared. That's it.
That's not the right answer. That is not the right answer.
It's not hoarding. It's called cosplay. Damn it.
No, that's
what
not.
Dan is preparing
And
for.
I've got Mama Bear in the kitchen just listening. She's just shaking her head up and down. She's like, "Yep."
That's not the right answer. All right, so here was my idea this weekend. I decided that I was going to build her this closet thing, and I also roped in one of her friends who's also fairly handy and wanted to help Steph out a little bit because she thought it was one of her friends, her friend Shelby, to come in. And I don't really hang out with Shelby, so it was kind of weird for me to like get Shelby to do it anyway, but she's totally down, and then we work really well together getting this stuff done. And it's actually kind of fun hanging out with Shelby and doing this stuff because she's really handy and really smart. So, the entire time, Steph was really suspicious and like annoyed that I kept scheduling things around when I shouldn't be scheduling things. And she's like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" I'm like, "It's a surprise, all right? It's a surprise. I got to meet someone in a few minutes. Who you meeting?"
Listen,
and I'm
listen, my PTSD does not like surprises.
I
all
see
right?
that. So,
I have been through too many surprises that have just like, I'm just like, no, this ain't it.
So I'm trying to teach the guys that are the husbands or boyfriends that are listening right now. Good luck. That's all I have to say. All right, that's it. Good luck on trying to surprise your little lady with something cool because they will find out by the end of the weekend what it is. I knew you were going to be crafty and clever and figure it out, but I knew you were going to end. I thought you were going to just like FaceTime while we were working on it, and I was just going to hand Shelby the phone while you FaceTimed and just make it have her answer and it'd be funny. I was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, that's what I was. That was my goal, but there you go. Didn't work out. So guys, just tell your wife what you're up to.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the surprise.
Yeah, the surprise is, hey, when you're out of town, I'm going to build something for you, and I'm getting your friend to come over to help out. Oh, okay, there it is. And then basically what happened was Steph was on FaceTime with us during most of the build while she was in LA traffic.
That's one way to spend it.
It was fun. Yeah, she was FaceTiming. She was watching her GPS and listening to us like break these cabinets over and over again.
Yeah, like every 2 seconds, they're like, "Oh man!" And I was like, "What?"
Are we
they're
supposed
like,
to have all these leftover parts?
No.
Why do we have so many leftover screws? Did we not put all the screws in? Is this going to fall apart any second? As soon as I go to, or I come home and I'm like, "Oh, look at this closet!" And it's like the angels are singing, and it's all nice, and it's like a fresh little virgin closet ready for me to put my stuff in it.
Yep.
And then it just crumbles because there's like 12 screws that just fall out.
And I'm missing 2 fingers.
He's like covered. He's got like screw holes sticking out of his hands and
yeah,
skin flaps.
I hate 2 words. Like 2 words are the bane of my existence this week. The 2 words are particle board.
Oh God.
That crap just crumbles like it's and this is brand new particle board. So here I am with Gorilla Glue, gluing in screws and trying to sand down where the Gorilla Glue is all like the particle board. I put these screws in and it's like snap these together by just pushing the screws in and pushing the 2 boards together. I put it and then I move it slightly and it goes pop and all of this particle board just explodes like a powder in the wind and all the screws have fallen, the boards are now fallen, and the cabinets are just like, and I'm like putting Gorilla Glue now and C-clamps to make it work, and now my living room looks like it looks like this old house, the PBS show with C-clamps everywhere, and I'm like, I bet you I would have saved money and had a better build if I just built it out of 2x4s and actual sheets of wood. It would be stronger.
Particle board.
Particle board, the bane of my existence this weekend. That's like I don't know. All right, that's it. So, guys, words of advice: don't surprise your wife. Never surprise your wife.
Nothing good can come from surprise.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of shock and confusion, and we're just like, What are you doing?
I'm trying to be cute, all right?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I think it's the effort. I think it's more of the effort that's cute than the actual thing that's cute. I think is how you need to see it.
All right. All right.
So next time, just break it horribly and be like, well, I tried.
Yeah.
Now the living room has all the drawers from all the previous dressers. The dressers that we have are out on the patio, but the drawers are still in the living room. So it's kind of filled up with that stuff. I'm looking at this. I'm like, I need to get rid of some stuff. This is it. The cats are looking at me weird. All right. Anything else in the news?
Well, it's kind of depressing week for me because all my Facebook memories come up, and this time in passing years, I've been watching Oscar nomination. Cannes has once again been delayed, this time until July. And as of right now, the Oscars will be happening April 25th.
Cool.
So,
okay.
I guess there's
all right.
time to watch some nominees.
Are we doing Critics' Choice Awards? I'm trying to figure this out.
Well,
That's
Mr.
probably the
Big
next
Shot up
email.
there better get on that, man.
I know. I'm like, that's probably the next email you're going to get, Dan. So you might as well start prepping ideas now because you know how last minute crap's going to get.
I know, and this is a big thing. All right, and I'll talk about
cosplayers.
I'll talk about my new involvement with the Critics' Choice Awards after this. So let's take a break. We'll be back. We're that show with a bunch of crazy people. I think all of our friends and all the hosts and everything is just crazy people. That's all this show is, all right? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more from Directors Cut Radio with that show about movies and...
being crazy.
The Guy Show about movies.
Don't you have any respect for yourself?
Seriously. Anything worth taking seriously is worth making fun of. The Director's Cut.
I wet my bed until I was 19. There's no shame in that.
Only half of our audience is below average. The Director's Cut.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. Yeah, you float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. Oh, but I'm a creep. And I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
You're listening to Directors Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we're bringing the latest in Hollywood. My name is Dan, and in the studio is Baby Cats. That's me. That's my friend today, Baby Cats. On the phone, I have Steph Sugar Suicide and Chris Maloney.
Hello.
Hi there.
The music you're listening to is a little bit from, it looks like Scary Pockets, and it's called If James Brown Wrote Creep by Radiohead.
I want you to notice.
It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. When I'm not
I like it, but I don't know that I agree with that description.
No, it sounds more like a Stevie Wonder or something like that. It's like a...
Yeah, I go closer to Stevie.
I dig it. Yeah, it's more of a Stevie. It was next on my playlist after the If Earth is a Ghetto. So I was like, screw it, I'll play it. I want to listen to what Creep would sound like if James Brown did it, but
I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
all right, there you go. All right, that's it. So go check it out. It's on YouTube. I'm just giving it some extra plug because it's kind of cool. There you go. If you want to get your music played on the radio show, all you got to do is go to our website, directorscutradio.com. At the bottom of the page, there's this button you click on. It says upload your music. Send it our way. And we will play it on the radio for thousands of people all across the country to hear. That's what we'll do. So is there any updates and improvements? Is Rachel awake yet, Steph?
I don't think so.
All right. That's all right. Just checking if the
this crap's wild.
Yeah, you're in cosplay heaven right now.
It's pretty crazy. I thought I had a lot of shoes, but she has over like 300.
Wow.
Or more.
Really?
Like when I tell you I'm going to do a video, like you're not ready. Like that's what I mean. Like if you were in this house, like you would be like, oh, okay, so we're at home.
Welcome home. All right.
Yeah.
I'd have to still fix stuff that's broken.
She's making a pile of things for you to fix when we come out.
Great.
Ever again.
I'm getting a honey-do list over at somebody else's house.
Mm-hmm. So she said she's going to pay you to be the handyman.
Hell yeah. Count me in. Just fly us out. Have them fly us out. You guys could do cosplay and I'll just build and fix stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be cool.
Yeah, points.
Handy Dan. Dandy man. That's my new business.
Yeah, because she said she they moved in a little while ago, and then they're not going to be here like too long, but I mean long enough that you still got to make it easy to live in if you're going to be here for like another year.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying in my house, and I've been here for 15 years, and
yeah,
I'm looking around at all the things I've worked on, and I'm like, I still need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, it never ends.
So she's like by the cabinets, and it's more that she has like permanent neck and back damage, so so she can only do so much, and she's already running around and making snacks for me and Rachie all day. So it's like this mama bear can't do everything and the handyman work. Like she can't do it all. You got to be mama bear. You got to either be mama bear or handyman. You got to pick your title when you enter the Barbie dream house. So
it is the Barbie dream house.
It is. It really. Last night it was. I was like, okay, so mama has a pacemaker, so she's a real Barbie. And Rachie and I were both dressed as Barbies. And then we just kept playing until our batteries ran out. And we were like, it's 5 a.m. Let's go to bed.
Oh my goodness. I passed out around 2, 3, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm watching your streams and I don't know, kicking it. It was kind of fun. You guys are funny.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, it was ridiculous once we got off the stream. I don't know. We were really tired. And then as soon as we ended the stream, it just started getting like ridiculous, like delirium, I guess. Because she didn't sleep the night before either. And I didn't sleep either. I only got 3 hours of sleep the night before. So we were running on no sleep.
Wow. All right, Chris, what is there anything else in the news?
Just wondering if you guys have been following the kind of back and forth between the two competing Comic Cons in town.
No, what's going on?
I have. Well, I mean, we have kept up with like the whole ABQ Comic Con versus Duke City, and I know that ABQ Comic Con that is owned by Jim Burleson. He is trying to say he's going to hold his event this summer.
In June, apparently.
And he, all over his Facebook, even before the election and before presidential nominees and all this stuff, it's like he's always been kind of very vocal about politics, and he's been very like controversial through his Facebook for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But specifically with this event, he's saying that masks won't be, we're not going to have a problem, and we don't need masks and blah blah blah. But yet hold this event in a state where masks are mandated, and it's like that has nothing to do with your Facebook post at this point. So you can be mad about wearing a mask all you want, but if you want your event to happen, like what the hell?
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, Chris, fill me in on the latest, because I have another thing to talk about with.
I mean, it seems like you're fairly caught up. I guess the one is saying they're going forward in June, no matter what, even though the convention center may or may not be on board. I don't know. And then New Mexico Comic Expo is still kind of waiting and seeing. They're in a little bit of a holding pattern, and they keep trying to poll everyone on their Facebook to see, would you prefer quality or quantity? What kind of stuff do you look for in your cons? And everyone's like, safety.
Safety.
So there seems to be like a little bit of casual shade throwing, but nothing like unprofessional. So It's just interesting to see how both of these are going to play out in the next few months.
Yeah, I missed their the quality or quantity post, but I did see the online conventions yay or nay and why post that they posted on Instagram. And I commented and said a bunch of ideas because I see my cosplay friends in the comments that they're saying their opinions as well, such as Alina's Masquerade said, I will always prefer going to a con over virtual cons. I love to see Artist Alley and vendors in person. And I do agree with that, but we can't have that, and if we can't have that, your artist friends in Artist Alley are still struggling because there's no outlet for them to be discovered to make money. And by saying that we need to wait until things are in person is kind of like, in my mind, I think it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
And on that note, we're going to take a little break. All right? Doesn't make sense, Steph says.
I'm going to continue on with it because I have some ideas that I think could really save virtual Comic-Cons until we get back in person.
All right. We'll find out those ideas and how to save Comic-Cons virtually. All after this. We are Director's Cut Radio, that show about movies and...
One podcast. One radio. Lots of insanity. The Director's Cut. You're listening to The Director's Cut, the nation's #1 show about movies.
We have the most gadgets and the most gimmicks.
We have the tools. We have the talent.
Did he actually call himself the talent?
The Director's Cut.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, I must have played them all. But I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball. He stands like a statue, becomes part of the machine, feeling all the bumpers, always playing clean. He plays by intuition, I never seen him fall. The deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball.
You're listening to Director's Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we bring the latest in Hollywood. My name is Dan. On the phone, I have the lovely Harley Quinn 505, Steph Sugar Suicide, Steph. And I also have Chris Maloney, our man from the comic book shop. Hello, Chris. Hello, Steph.
Hello.
Music you're listening to is a bit from Puddle's Pity Party. The song is Folsom Prison Blues, Pinball Wizard. So, it's a little bit of both. It's Pinball Wizard sung to Folsom Prison Blues. I dig it. I guess I'm going to just play songs I dig this week that are a little different. That's what I feel like.
I like it.
Cool. So before the break, we were talking a little bit about Comic-Cons and how comic cons could survive virtually because these artists need money, these cosplayers need money, these vendors need money, and without a con, there's no money. So, Steph, how can we do it virtually?
So New Mexico Comic Expo posted on their Instagram and Facebook, like they're trying to figure out, should they try to figure out an event for this year, and their crowd. They're just gathering information from the crowd. And on their post they put 4 days ago, they were saying, virtual cons, why? And I put, if every vendor took part in advertising and hyping and crowd gathering, any online event could be successful. Because what I'm realizing is when these virtual events happen, it's like it seems like it's only the event, like the Comic-Con page that's advertising it, but you don't actually see too many of like anyone of like vendors or artists. It's like they'll mention it, or they'll say like one post of like, hey, I'm part of this Comic-Con, but they'll post it the day of the Comic-Con. Or, they talk about it after the fact when they're posting all their pictures and stuff. And it's like, I just feel like if everyone really was actively involved with realizing how powerful social media is, and everyone is staring at their phones all day, if you have even 50 people on top of daily posting for an event, I guarantee you it's going to be great. Because
I agree. Yeah.
If you take that ratio of like one person doing advertising versus 50 people doing advertising, like it just makes sense. And that's what I've noticed even with other events that aren't even Comic-Con related. It's just, I never see the whole team acting like a team. And if the whole entire team took part in, making sure that they get their group of friends to show up, and everyone gets their group of friends to show up, that's already a crowd besides like the randoms that see your ad.
That makes sense.
So there's that idea. Is I feel like there needs to be more hardcore advertising. When you're going to let people be part of your event, it should be a mandatory rule. Like, you need to do this kind of posting, the day before, 2 days before, a week before, and then you need to do this at least once a day or whatever. I also put a suggestion for a drive-through con. I said, is drive-through not an option or an idea at all? Because there's drive-up raves and drive-through strip clubs. Why can't we use the parking lot at, I put maybe have a sign-up list with a vendor deposit for vendors who are seriously interested and have the money to invest in selling their stuff. And then there can be a deadline date to guarantee that the event would have people interested. And then that can give them a better idea of like holding the event, because they're like, hey, we actually have money coming in from vendors that want to rent a spot. If everything's weather permitting, the parking lots at the casinos are a complete like open area.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It could be, the tables are set up and people get posters, and then there's a list. I mean, all these little drive-through. Have you seen the drive-through wedding shows that they're doing, where they put all the goodies into a bag of all the free stuff, and then they print out a paper that has all the businesses listed on it?
I haven't seen how they work fully, but yeah, I've seen that the idea has happened.
It's just like at the schools. It's they line up the cars, and then as they're driving through, people come up to the car and give you stuff.
Like goodie
But
bag.
it's like that could. But I mean, if you picture the art walk, what if you have Central lined up from the convention center all the way to the roundabout? You just have a whole bunch of cosplayers lined up. Like it's totally a thing that can happen. And have them spaced out, and have people directing traffic. It's like, who do we have to hire to make a traffic pattern? And then can we call Elon Musk?
There we go. Let's call him.
Yeah, and then I just put autographs, pics, and sales could happen curbside if this is weather permitting, and this could happen at Balloon Fiesta Park. This could happen anywhere. And I just said artists are starving. I just don't understand why. Are we making it about getting a crowd, or are we making about being able to give people an area to flourish again? And I think it should really be both, but I'm feeling like they're just focused on one side right now. And then with the quality or quantity post, my friend Mayday Cosplay, she put, as long as the cons are treating their guests, cosplayers, and volunteers right, I'll keep coming. You had fantastic guests last time, which is always a huge incentive, but I'm happy to walk around and see local vendors and my friends too. Which is true. I mean, we all want to walk around. I get it, but do we want to go back to normal and keep sitting here and waiting for normal, or do we want to be proactive and try to survive as a fam until we get back to normal?
Yeah, that's a crazy way to think about it.
Why? Yeah, like why not just host a damn event? Why sit here and punish us because a virus is punishing us? Like, and it shouldn't even be punishment. It just should be adjust, adapt, and turn it into something else so you can overcome it. And artists thrive on their crowd to make them draw.
So help promotes in a big crew, and it kind of gives me a scam of the week idea, and I'll talk about it. I got an idea what we could do to help make people promote in big groups. All right? Scam of the week idea all after this. Well, let's take a break. We'll be back with more from Director's Cut Radio with that show about movies and just scams.
Dropping your average IQ since 2005.
I don't know what you're saying, but that's what's going on, yeah.
The Director's Cut. TheDirector'sCutRadio.com. You're listening to The Director's Cut, the nation's #1 show about movies.
We have the most gadgets and the most gimmicks.
We have the tools. We have the talent.
Did he actually call himself the talent?
The Director's Cut.
Coffee, decaf, tea, and hot chocolate. Those are the hot drinks that you serve, so get set. Hot cups come in 2 sizes. Small and large to fill as the need arises. Coffee's holding time is 30 minutes, that's so long. It can stay there before it starts to taste too strong. Hot, careful when you pour it. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it sit.
Yeah.
Pour it in until the coffee reaches the line. Pop a top on it, gets a lid every time. Wendy's coffee tastes so fine. Hot drinks really get you going.
Yeah.
Warms you up when you feel you're slowing.
You're listening to Director's Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we bring a latest in Hollywood. My name is Dan, and on the phone I got the lovely Harley Quinn 505, Steph Sugar Suicide, and Chris Maloney. How you guys doing?
Howdy.
Fantabulous.
I love that song. I love the Wendy's training hot drink song. It's just such a good song. I'm starting to think of all these songs that I just want to cover now. Like, I would love to cover that song, the Wendy's training hot drinks song, and then I also want to cover. I do want to cover the new song that I found this week, the Earth is Ghetto. That's a great song. So it's my new favorite song of 2021. That's it.
And I want to cover Gerbils Are Soft.
Ah, yeah, that'd be great. I want to redo Gerbils Are Soft and make it actually good.
The redo.
I think I just messed around years ago on an app and made that song, but now I think I have the experience and know how to actually make it much better. Before the break, Steph was bringing up some good points about Comic-Cons and how to make it a little more exciting, especially in the new world of coronavirus, and still make it exist and maybe do a virtual type of con or even like a drive-up con. But an idea that she was mentioning was that a lot of people need to just rally together and promote stuff. And that's what kind of gave me my scam of the week idea, was that what we should do is have an app that people, like if you're in a group for an event or something that needs to be promoted by a mass amount of people, all right? What you could do is sign up for this app to do all of the promotion for you. And it streams on your social media, and you give it permission to post for you for like the event itself, and all the stuff is like pre-scheduled, and then you go in and you approve or not approve the post if you don't want it to hit, like in the background of this app. So like if you want, you could just sign up and be like, let's say it's a show, like a variety show, and you have 15 acts in there, and then you have all of these people, maybe 10 of them sign up for the app to be part of it, and all these people with their large amount of social media followings, you could subscribe, you could connect it to either Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and then you can see the upcoming posts, because the people that are creating the marketing behind the scenes make the posts, and then you could see what's coming up, and then you allow it to either post for you, or you can revise the copy for your own language or post, or change photos. But all of that stuff is automatically kind of like pre-scheduled for you. But if you want to modify it, you can. And if you don't want to even post it at all, you can. And if you want to post whatever the marketing team has already decided, you can. So it's more cohesive. And now it spreads across all 30 person or all 10 people of the 15 people that you could have been doing it for, and then now hundreds of people could see it. Is that an idea?
Yeah. I like it.
It is.
All right, that's an idea. There we go. Yeah. Let's have it built. All right, somebody build that app and then give us all the money.
Elon, I'm telling you, Elon Musk, man, he's just slacking over there.
We need to get Elon Musk on speed dial on this show. How do we get a hold of him?
I'm not sure. Talk to Joe Rogan.
Okay.
That's what we need. Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I'm like, how do we look this up? How do we make this happen?
Yeah, we could probably get Elon. Do you know what? It'll be very, very difficult, but I bet you we could pull it off. We've pulled off some pretty big names. I think it's not impossible to get Elon Musk on this show.
Good to have goals. 2021.
All right, 2021, we're trying to get Elon Musk on the show. We'll do that. Have you guys been watching the stock markets go crazy?
I mean, not closely, but I've heard the stories. I know there's some GameStop or horrific news, and people are losing their minds and money.
I'm kind of excited because I have over 5,000 Doge coins. I have like 5,214 Doge coins, all right? Or Doge coins. Because I've been doing coin mining for a very long time.
Oh, that's what Magnia's husband was saying the other day. He said that he just invested more into it the other day, too.
I didn't even invest into it. Now it's up. I'm now up a couple $100 just because everyone's been excited about it. And I'm like, wow, everyone's been excited about something that I've had for a long time, because my 5,000 coins was only like $5 when I had it a long time ago, because it's like pennies a piece. And then now it's like a lot. And now it's much more. And I'm like, heck yeah, keep going up. It's now like 4 cents a coin, which is not a lot speaking, but like when I had them, when I was buying them for like nothing, I was mining them and it was just coming in just naturally. I'm making a lot of money off of it now. So come on, Trent.
I hate to break it to you, Dan.
What?
But a single Dogecoin is currently equivalent to about 0.012 US dollars.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. Yeah, that's pretty true.
Frankie Muniz was on board with you. He got really excited too, apparently, when all this was going down, because he apparently is a big, however you say it, coin guy.
Yeah, well, it makes me happy because I used to do a lot of coins. I'm so mad at myself for the amount of coins that I've spent in my lifetime. If I would have not spent a single dollar in Bitcoin or Dogecoin, I'd have a loaf of cash now. But I was just using it like it was a PayPal or like Venmo. Like, you put money in and then some vendors use it or not. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I've been mining and like I get free coins, so why not buy this piece of crap from Wish or something? Why not buy some electronics from Wish for $5 or what's equivalent to $5 in Bitcoin? And that was like 10 years ago, and it was like 1 Bitcoin at the time, and now 1 Bitcoin's like 10 grand. I'm like, great. That piece of crap that I bought from Wish is now, it could have been $10,000 worth. Yeah. So I'm sad at myself, but there it is. But it's interesting how the stock market's been taken over by Redditors, and it's honestly just crowd pulling. Everyone says, hey, let's buy this, and the price will go up.
Pretty much.
All right. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we got some more news and more cosplay conversations all after this.
Nice. Almost done.
We're almost done? All right.
I've got Mama Bear. She's like looking at me like, what the hell?
She's like, what? What is
Director's Cut Radio, man. It's just in the living room on the phone.
Yeah, she got a whole radio show in her lap. All right, we're taking a break. We'll be back with more from Director's Cut Radio all after this with that show about movies and
dropping your average IQ since 2005.
I don't know what you're saying, but that's what's going on, yeah.
The Director's Cut. TheDirector'sCutRadio.com.
10,000 microwinds of knowledge.
You're listening to The Director's Cut. Without microphones, we'd still live with our parents.
Do you recognize this?
Yeah, that is Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Great song.
Very original.
There's a few more that
song.
fit. Check it out.
My life is brilliant, my love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure.
Well, that's just two songs that are similar. That's
forever young.
Three songs.
I wanna be forever young. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. This is the way you left me. I'm not pretending. No love, no hope, no glory, no happy ending. 'Cause you were amazing. We did amazing things. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will go. Feel the love tonight, and she will be loved. Yeah, she will be loved. Pictures of you, pictures of me, hung upon your wall for the world to see. 'Cause I can't live with or without you. Whenever I fall.
You're listening to Director's Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we're being the latest in Hollywood. The music you're listening to is a bunch of songs, but it's performed by the comedy group Axis of Awesome. It's the 4-chord song.
When I find myself in times of trouble.
Basically, they're just trying to prove that every pop song that is a hit is only 4 chords. And I dig it. So I think we should remix Gerbils Are Soft into a 4-chord song. Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Good. That's our scam of the week. That's the one. That's the only one that'll actually work. Is that Gerbils Are
That we
Soft?
can actually pull off.
Yeah, that's the only one that we can actually pull off. We don't need gigantic amounts of funding to be able to pull it off, or extreme amounts of programming knowledge to be able to pull it off either. I wish I went to school.
But if we got Elon Musk, we could get Grimes on the remake.
Hell yeah, let's do that. Let's get Grimes on the remix. All right, on the phone I have Steph Sugar Suicide and Chris Maloney. Sorry, I was excited about that song.
Hello.
Hello. All right, before the break, what were we chatting about? Oh, Elon Musk. We're trying to get him on the show, and I don't think he's going to come on the show. We've been trying.
I'm still mad Frankie Muniz didn't call us back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did call Frankie Muniz, didn't we?
We called his olive oil shop in Scottsdale.
About his cat, didn't we?
Something like that, yeah.
his cat destroyed his house while he was out of town, I think.
Flooded his house. He turned on the faucet while Frankie was in France. And he turned on the faucet because it was like one of those easy hands. I had a cat that used to do it, where they just pull the handle and then the water turns on a little bit. And he did it on the top floor of a 3rd-story house.
Oh, great.
So not only was water coming all the way down the stairs, but the bottom floor did get soaked, flooded, and damaged and stuff because all the water's sitting for 3 days.
I had a friend that was in an apartment complex once, and she got she ran a bath for herself, and it was a high school friend a long time ago. She ran a bath for herself and then went to bed and forgot that she had the bath on and destroyed the apartment below hers.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I think it was actually at the Cottonwood Ranch apartments that you lived at. Steph.
Oh, great.
A long time ago. Yeah. Now that I mention it, that's hilarious.
No, that's how it goes. That's those apartments. Just cursed.
And also being just fresh out of high school dumb kid.
Just Just remember when you turn on the water, people.
Yeah. All right, what's else in the news there, Chris?
Also in the news this week, just for Dan, Robert Rodriguez announced he is rebooting Spy Kids.
Yeah, Spy Kids reboot. Made in his garage.
Also in odd news this week, Disney Plus blocks Peter Pan, Dumbo, Aristocats, and Swiss Family Robinson from kids' accounts.
Yes.
Why?
Due to racist tropes portrayed within. So the movies are still available for adult accounts with a little pre-movie warning, explanation of times were different, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, if you're a kid now and you get your own Disney Plus account, don't go looking for Dumbo anytime soon.
Wow. My kids love Dumbo. And I watched Dumbo a lot as a kid. And
I did too.
And Zippity Doodah. I watched that as a kid, and I never saw it as a problem. I just saw it as like for the movie, for what it was. But then as you get older, then you're just like, wow, they're like being treated like crap. And then you're just like, oh, wow, this is based off of real things.
Mm-hmm.
So the explanation is good and it's there, but they already had censored Peter Pan, because Peter Pan, I remember when we watched it, what makes the red man red is changed. I forgot what the lyrics, what makes the tall man red, or I think is, I don't know. They did change the lyrics. Last time we watched it, you could tell that song was completely updated because all the voices were super crisp, clearing compared to the rest of the movie. Sounds like it's in a tin can. And then all of a sudden the scene where they're dancing around the fire and the teepees and stuff, it was like, oh. So I think, yeah, I'll have to watch that again, because I know they had changed it when they remastered it or re-released it recently.
And they're no longer in teepees. They've been re-edited into be like Coleman tents.
No, you shut up.
They're just camping now. They're like
they're COVID camp.
Yeah, they're in a COVID camp. They're just like camping and then trying to stay socially distanced. They're all wearing masks. That's what they did. They painted them on. They went back to the original files and yeah, that's what they did. It's a little different.
And now the other Indians are mad about that.
I was watching Dr. Dolittle 3.
Oh my gosh. See, yeah. Well, okay. So Bunny
This is what I watched. This is what I watched.
No. Bunny
I love that Dan hates movies, but he'll watch Dr.
Dolittle 3. Yeah, Dr. Dolittle 3. Where's the Ollie train for that one?
There it is. Choo choo.
See, but that's the thing is the rewatch, rewind, rethink is what Macaulay Culkin on his Bunny Ears podcast. He's been doing some tweets where they call it rewatch and rethink, and they talk about what movie that they rewatched and how controversial and stupid it is now.
Yeah,
there it is.
We're on the train. We're riding the train.
We're on the train.
Come and ride the train.
And we talked about this a couple months ago with like the fat camp movies.
Yeah.
And the Disney movies that really, they hired obese children on purpose to make fun of them for these characters in the roles. And I understand, we're trying to make real life situations, but every single Disney movie has to include one fat kid getting picked on? Why?
Yeah, this one, Dr. Dolittle 3 had the same thing. There was this one kid who was a little chubbier, and I didn't really notice him to be chubbier, but like the dog kept harassing him about eating donuts over and over again. I'm like, this dog's a jerk.
Yeah.
Like, lay off the donuts. It's like, come on, man.
And growing up as a girl that's like, we're already seeing, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, and we're seeing who makes it on the cover of a magazine based on their shape and their size, and if they have abs, and what's the secret to this and what's the secret to that. And it's just like you're shoved with all this body image stuff already, being a female.
Yeah.
But then to put it into Disney movies where it's like, this is supposed to be a family inclusive brand.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a lifestyle. Like, if you're a Disney lover, that means you've joined the lifestyle of, like, you know, loving revisiting the Disney magic and the imagination and the creativity and stuff. So it's like, where the hell does obesity fall in with that? And like fat shaming. And, you know, this is a part of life, is if you get fat, you're going to get made fun of by the dog. And if you get fat, you're not going to have friends, and your parents are going to hate you because they're going to send you to fat camp, and you don't want that to happen, right?
Yeah, then you'll have to hang out with a grumpy Ben Stiller.
But you want to know the fat camp I joined last night? I mean, I went to downtown Disney and I joined fat camp.
Oh yeah, you did a tasting of everything because you spent a lot of money just so that you could have churros. These are the world's most expensive churros during a pandemic. Tell us about it.
So that was my slap in the face to all the fat camp movies for Disney. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dress like Barbie and I'm gonna go to downtown Disney, and I'm gonna try one of each of whatever they got. Okay, so I'll talk about my Disney adventure, but I do have video that I will try to get edited as soon as possible. Put it on YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain this, but that's the best way to explain the line to get in. Is there's usually 10 different entrances into Disneyland.
Yeah.
They got rid of all of them.
Oh, God.
And there was only one.
Great.
So all the cars are in one line to get in. And then once you get to the gate to pay your $10 parking fee, the guy's like, it's a 75-minute wait to get in.
Yeah, once there, he tells you this.
And then I'm like, oh, I just waited 20 minutes just to even get to this spot.
So now you're at 90 minutes. Okay, that's an hour and a half.
So I'm like, okay, cool, take my money. So I give him the $10, and then I go and I park, and I'm in the Simba parking lot, which is like the original parking lot from like way back in the day. Before, you know, they have it off to the side of California Adventure area. And that's where the old school trams and stuff used to be, but now it's just a giant parking lot. So then I walk up to the thing, and they have a maze and stuff, and they're like, you know, telling you, you're not going to take off your mask. There's no reason to take off your mask. If you have to eat, you can't walk and eat. You have to pull over to the side and eat. And strict rules.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you're wearing a mask the whole time, and you're spaced out pretty great. Heavily. Okay.
Yeah, no, this was it's for me to go on the second day of them being open, and I didn't know that. And it was really surprising that for a Saturday of the second day of something being open, and it still wasn't crazy. And I think it's just because of how well they figured out how to create this people mover.
Uh-huh.
And when I say people mover, I mean they got a traffic control designer or whatever who's in charge of people moving. And they have it to where everyone is 6 feet apart, and it's like you're snaking through the Indiana Jones line, but you're all in a parking lot with no barriers. So there's like stickers on the ground, and there's cones and stuff. And it's the weirdest thing. I was like, this feels like musical chairs, but there's no chairs. And there's no sitting, and we're just
and no one gets cake at the end.
Yeah, and like every couple of minutes you're moving and then you're standing.
All right.
You're moving and then you're standing.
All right. Well, let's take a break.
I'll tell you about what happens when you actually get in.
Nice. Investigative reports right here on Director's Cut Radio.
You heard it here first.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got more from Disneyland, all right here on Director's Cut Radio, where that show about movies. And
live.
The Director's Cut.
Offensive, obnoxious, disgusting. You want me to go on?
Insulting listeners since 2005.
I wet my bed until I was 19. There's no shame in that.
Only half of our audience is below average. The Director's Cut.
Coffee, decaf, hot tea, and hot chocolate. These are the hot drinks that you serve, so get set. Hot cups come in two sizes. Small and large, you'll fill as the need arises. Coffee's holding time is 30 minutes, that's how long it can stay there before it starts to taste too strong. Hot, hot, careful when you pour it. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it sit. Pour it in until the coffee reaches the line. Pop a top on it, gets a lid every time. Winnie's coffee tastes so fine. Hot drinks really get you going. Warm you up when you feel you slowing.
Yeah.
Wendy's, we always serve it right away. Add a smile and have a nice day.
Yeah, you're listening to Director's Cut Radio. You know, each and every week we bring the latest in Hollywood. That is a cover of Hot Drinks by Homer Mars. And that's kind of cool. We need to start finding some of these unknown guys and just start playing their music, and hopefully they become known. That's what I like. On the phone, I have the lovely Steph Sugar Suicide. She's in Los Angeles, and she was telling us about her Disney adventures yesterday. And we have Chris Maloney.
I'm on my couch and no adventures to be had.
It's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
So before the break, we were talking about how you went to Disneyland and you kind of experienced like a surreal experience of like how it's like shut down and quiet while you were in downtown Disney.
Yeah. And I mean, I used to go to Disneyland 4 times a year.
Wow.
Or like if it was a busy year for my parents, it was like once a year. But I mean, growing up in Vegas and only being 4 hours away from California, we would go to Disneyland very, very, very often because my mom grew up in Anaheim. And we could see the fireworks from my grandma's house. And so that was just our like traditional thing. We loved going to Disneyland on Black Friday because it wasn't busy.
That's a surprise.
There was a lot. Yeah. And to see how the tram used to go on that road where downtown Disney is now, and just seeing how Disney's really evolved through my childhood and seeing how they handled this COVID thing. It's just so weird because like it gives me chills talking about it because it's like, you know what you've learned your whole life as a Disney fan and going and stuff. So it's like as you're walking, you feel the past like events, like you still see them as like it was just yesterday. You're like, wow, like this used to be a road and now it's downtown Disney, and now, you know, it used to be this and now everything's closed, and it's like 20 years is all crammed into one day of like seeing how much they've evolved to just adapt for the sake of people being able to get in.
Yeah.
And that's really their whole goal, is like they understand that this is a place that makes people happy. So it's like you need to find a way to open it because, and as I'm standing in line, you know, I didn't want to be on my phone because I didn't want to kill it. So I'm just standing there looking like a psycho because I'm not staring at my phone and I'm staring at people. But it was really like nice to just absorb like the energy of just staring at people and like understanding like it's going to sound churchy, but like it just really seems like we're all just here because, you know, I'm staring at these families that are like laughing and we're not even in yet. Like it's not even open. There's no rides when we get in this damn whatever the hell at the end of this people mover line. So it's like I'm in this parking lot and I'm just staring at these families that are like, you know, they're already just so happy.
In the almost happiest place on earth.
And I saw like a mini altercation happen, and I wish I got it on video because it was the funniest thing. But like this dad, they have this area where the line kind of snakes around a front part of another line. And there's Disney employees there that are holding a metal barricade, and every 10 minutes or so they'll move the metal barricade so that way they can play traffic, and they merge the two lines of like people together. So they're like, okay, every 10 minutes we move this barricade, now this group of people can start walking, and then the other line has to wait behind the barricade, right? So this lady moves the barricade, and there's a whole row of porta potties, because it's like they really have it organized, because they're like, okay, by the time people are walking here, they've already been in line 30 minutes, so they might have to go potty. Yeah, so like Disney planned that out to where when you're walking in that area, you could just ask the person behind you, like, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then by the time you get out of the bathroom, the area where you should be in line is like where you are starting to walk away from the porta potties. So I was just like thrilled. I was like, wow, Disney, you really are smart. Like, you know about bladder. you know about bladder. Yeah, you know about bladders. You know that, like, by the time we're standing in this area, that someone's going to need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. They probably have distances all planned out already. Like,
so the metal barricade, the lady moves the metal barricade to go in front of the other line, and like the dad and the family wasn't paying attention. And so the dad turns and he was like, wait, we're just trying to get in. And she's like, yes, sir, but this line is going right now. He's like, but we were just in line. We're just trying to get in. And the lady's like, yes, sir, this is just, here for right now, because these people are in line, and he just like was like panicking as if like, what happened to our line? We're trying to get in.
Yeah, he's no longer allowed to get in. He was standing in line, and now it's worthless.
Because he turned around like right at the moment where she moved the barricade. So then like the next minute he turns around and he thinks he just got,
thrown out of line.
Getting in. Yeah, he was just like, wait, what just happened? And then she's like, no. She was like, we move this like every 10 minutes so that way these people can get by. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, I thought you were saying this was the line for the bathroom. He's like, no, I'm just trying to get in. And I'm like, you see how hostile the situation just escalated because this guy's trying to get into downtown Disney with his fam.
He wanted churros.
So it's so funny how it's like it's such a simple design, but there's still room for pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
Yeah. So it was pretty eye-opening to see how impactful Disney is for your mood and for your lifestyle and for like bringing people together and keeping traditions alive. And I love seeing the traditional family 4-pack. The mom, the dad, the 2 kids, and we're all scrambling trying to get snacks.
All right. Well, that's it for the show. I want to thank you guys for being part of it. That was Chris. That was Steph. And that's it for the show. I want to thank Faces by Rachie for hosting Steph for this event and the show.
Yeah.
I want to thank Magnia for being part of the show kind of this week. And that's it. Until next week, we are Director's Cut Radio, that show about movies and
downtown Disney.
The Director's Cut.
That was wonderful.
So good, even your neighbors had a cigarette. TheDirectorsCutRadio.com.